I've covered a few cheat tables for WWE 2K24 created by Smacktalks forums user @DirtyCheater on this channel already. Now he has created a much larger donor only cheat table that looks at more comprehensive intergender functionality that allows all characters, including creations, to face off against each other as well as bleed. Forced multi-man breakouts, timer controls for the Royal Rumble and Gauntlet matches, duplicate paybacks and much more. But today we're going to look at a smaller free public portion of this cheat table. Previously these match rule modifiers I'm about to cover were only available to donors, but we've teamed up to make these available for you all to enjoy. To start off with then, unlike other featured cheat tables on this channel, you're going to need an undetected cheat engine. Now with these you can be connected to the internet when you're using them, but you cannot use any of the other cheat table scripts that are featured previously with this cheat engine. Once you have it downloaded, you then need to download the cheat table itself. And to get both of these, go to the links in the video description or the card above to download them. Also as well, make sure that the cheat table is in a different directory to the undetected cheat engine, otherwise they're not going to work with each other. But to get this cheat table to work, the process is the same as in the other tutorials. You first need to have the game running and then link it to the cheat engine. To do that, go up to the magnifying glass and click on it. This opens up the process list, select WWE 2K24. You then need to click on the folder icon which is next to where you previously clicked and find where you've saved the cheat table and open it. Once you've done both of these, you'll be linked and the cheat table will be active. One question you may be asking: we can change match rules before we start a match, so why do we need a cheat table for it? Now that's a very good question, and while yes, you can do that, what you can't do is change these rules when in a match. So for example, you could be having a normal match with a 10 count as the count out. Changing the value in the cheat table mid-match to 0 will stop this count. You can then change it to a 5 if you want, and the referee will begin to count again. And when they reach 5, the match will end. You can set this value to any in-game count: 0, which is no count out, 5, 10, 15 or 20. And you can change these in-match whenever you want. Let's say you're at a 9 count, you can quickly pause the game and toggle the count outs to 0, and the referee will immediately stop counting. Another example is disqualification settings, which you can turn on or off at any time in the match. Start a match with disqualifications turned on and then turn them off using the cheat table. You can then use anything you want and the referee will turn a blind eye. Turn them back on when your opponent is about to hit you and watch them get disqualified. Hotkeys are recommended for this to make it even more streamlined. This means you won't have to click anything within the cheat engine, and you can set up a hotkey on any item if you right click and select the option for setting hotkeys. There are also many other match rule modifiers, turning pin and submissions on and off at any time, knockouts, first blood, and even ending a one-on-one match by throwing your opponent over the top rope. Now there are some pre-match rules that you will need to set if you want to do certain things, which can't be toggled on and off freely. Let's say you wanted to add a cage or a Hell in a Cell around the ring for the match. You can do this with the cheat table. Let's use a cage as an example. Go to load up a normal one-on-one match and then go into the cheat engine, select cage and change this value from a 0 to a 1. And then activate the box. Now when you load up the match, it will have a cage around the ring. In other words, if you want something activated when the match starts, activate the box. You don't need to activate the box if it's a match rule that you want to freely change during the match. There are so many possibilities with this cheat table. You can combine match types. For example, set the cheat engine to a TLC match and then go into exhibition in game and load up an ambulance match. This will give you a TLC match with an ambulance at ringside. So in this example, you can win by throwing your opponent in the ambulance or climbing the ladder and grabbing the object from above the ring. You could also set a steel cage around the ring, as mentioned earlier, and set the win conditions to submission and knockouts only. This gives you a match type that plays similar to the fight pit. A third example is a first blood match with the stipulation of if you leave or are thrown from the ring, the match ends. So to set something like this up, load up a normal one-on-one match with first blood rules in game. And then in the cheat engine, turn off all of the win conditions except for over the top rope. Change this value to 1 and then activate the box. Now load into the match and simply throw your opponent over the top rope. Leaving the ring yourself will forfeit the match, or just stay in the ring and try to make your opponent bleed. There are many other combinations for you to try, so feel free to have a play around with them and test them out for yourself. Let me know in the comments if you've come up with any creative combinations using the in-game match types and this cheat table, and I may feature some of them in a future video. So that's a way that you can modify match rules during a match in WWE 2K24. Of course, as I mentioned at the start of this video, this is only a small portion of the bigger donor-only cheat table. And if you're wanting to have a look at that for yourself, I'll leave links to where you can donate to Dirty Cheater and you'll get set up with it one-on-one. If this video was useful to you, drop a like and also let me know your thoughts. And hopefully using the methods outlined, it gives you new experiences with WWE 2K24.